I'm in Toronto with the chief dwarf himself, Francesco. Always a pleasure to see this man here in Toronto. And this time, they're doing a headlining tour across North America. So it's the first time. I've seen you guys 3 times now, and this is going to be my first time seeing you guys. Well, 3 times with this one. This is my first time seeing you guys on a headlining run. So I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's correct. I mean, last time was one in the festival, one supporting last year in the U.S. And it was our, for us was like checking the business here that we can have, and we found out that with this tour that definitely we have a big support from the U.S. and from Canada. So it's very cool to be here.
I told you guys when I saw you at that show that the merch line, for me, the merch is always a good indicator of how popular a band is and how well the band is doing. And the merch line at that venue and how much you guys were selling merch within the first 3 shows of that tour, I was like, guys, you got to come back on a headlining tour.
Yeah, I mean the previous tour last year. I guess that even the management didn't expect that we were selling so much. So we actually sell out in Boston in the first gig.
First gig, you sold out all the
First
merch.
gig, we sold out everything. There was just a few stuff left. So we basically made all the Canadian gigs, I mean, most of them, without any.
I know that. You know how I know that? I have a Windrose hoodie. I bought it when I went to Portugal, but I was skinnier then. So now that hoodie does not fit me. And I was looking at upgrading my hoodie game, and when I walked in, there was like nothing. I was like, holy I mean, it's good. I was happy for you guys. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that at that moment, we didn't expect, but this time we came prepared. I mean, we sold a lot of merch, obviously, but in Canada, we made a restock in Quebec City. So for the Canadian show, this time we are covered. No worries about that.
So for a band that spends a lot of time digging, how come are you guys reaching to the sky with your popularity? You're going in the opposite direction.
Yeah. For real. I mean, it's for the moment is we can say it's for real a vertical growth. So I mean, we are very happy about that, and obviously, I mean, we are using all the channels that we can use nowadays. We have more. Nowadays, you have more space for more room for working. If you are good. Uh, Making good music, you can actually compose your music, but then go popular on reels or on other social medias, stuff like this. So I mean that helps a lot.
So you guys are fully aware that the music is obviously the first and foremost
Yes.
important thing, but you guys are super aware of all social media activity and what you need to do these days. So
Yeah.
there's more to a band
Yeah.
than just making good music.
Yeah, I mean, make good music is what is for the reason for what the people stays. But if you want an initial boost, if you are promoting, for example, a new video or a new album or a new music in general, I mean, whatever you do, whatever is your business, you have to be aware of what is needed now to make clear that the communication, is 100% guaranteed between you and the users. So now the channels are the internet. I mean, the internet before probably where they were the magazines. No, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
you see a band on a magazine. Oh, who is this band? And you buy the CD and you start to listening. And if you like them, if they are good, you stay. You are a fan. Nowadays, everything is more difficult because probably, I mean, it's more easy and more difficult. It's more easy because it's accessible to everyone to make contents online, but as long as everyone is doing that, it's not that easy to stay,
Relevant. Yeah.
on the crest of the wave, surfing. It's very hard to do that, and to do that is very difficult. But as long as you know the rules of this game, You can continuously, serve, let's say, red meat to
Yeah, I
your
was going to say
fans.
a pizza with no pineapple.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely no pineapple on the pizza. I think that's really important that you guys are aware of that because it's becoming more and more relevant, and the old media is becoming less and less relevant. So it's important that you're aware of that as a band because not every band sees it that way. Some bands don't. It's not enough to make good music in order to really reach new markets and then
Unfortunately.
stay. Unfortunately, because like you said, while it's easier, it's also there's more bands doing it and there's
Yeah.
more avenues for people to do. You guys are definitely doing something right because I see the popularity grow, which means you guys are playing a lot more shows, which means you're on the road a lot more.
Yeah.
So is the downside of being on the road this often then more difficult to be creative, more difficult to work on new records, on new music?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure you have to change something in the formula. No, I mean, if the formula now was stay at home, make a very good album, and then find the deals to make tours. Now we have all the deals of the tour in advance, so we have to, recalibrate a little bit our work at home. But as long as we play more live, it means that we I mean we all quit at our jobs, no, I mean our day jobs. So
What a great
it's
problem to have.
yeah. I mean it's easier because you go home. I mean, before we were working, we had a regular job, like years ago, and then we were going to work in a office or in a factory. For example, me in a factory because I don't have. I mean, I just made the high school and then I went to work, so it was difficult to work until 7 o'clock and then go and compose also stuff, because in that formula there was also the thing that you were tired from your day job. But now that we quit our day job, we obviously are more rested, so we have more time to spend on the creativity. Even if we are less at home, that we are more in tour, we still have like 7 months at home that we can completely dedicate to the music. So it's more time at the end. It's difficult when you are in the middle, when you are in a middle situation that you still have to work, but you also have to provide a good music. Is very difficult because you have to do both jobs at 100%.
And at the same time, almost.
Yes, so you have to give yourself 200% of yourself, and that's where the people. That's where the people live. I mean, quit one of them or.
Concentrating on 100% on the
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a difficult scale to balance there when you're in that
It's a
situation.
matter of priorities. I mean, for us was the priority number one was to become big band. I mean, we wanted to be famous. I mean, you know what? I was about to sign up for the university, and then I said, you know what? For what should I study this? I mean, fuck off. I want to be a musician. So I go to work, and then I put all my money in production of an album and this kind of stuff, and that was the right choice. But for me, but I don't advise to anyone. So,
Stay in school.
Yeah,
Yeah, stay in school.
yeah. I mean, don't come after 10 years and tell me that I ruined your life,
That's all
because you
your
are
fault.
going to ruin your life if you do this path. It's like one person succeed in 1 million. So I mean, it's very difficult.
And you guys took your time, like you said. It's not like you quit right away. Like you took
Yeah,
your time to
yeah,
see
yeah.
where things were going and
14 years, bro.
yeah, to make sure that it was going to be the right step for you guys, and it's been the right step. I mean, I've seen the growth. Some people always say that, oh man, this band blew up, but I think when you say that, you kind of discount all the hard work that went into that blowing up. Like, I mean, you guys have been working really hard at what you do for a very long time.
Yeah.
The success that you have now is not overnight. It comes from that work. Does that
Exactly.
frustrate you sometimes when people almost discount how much blood, sweat, and tears you guys have put into making
Yeah,
Wind Rose
obviously,
what it is
obviously. You know what they say to us? Yeah, but you guys were lucky. And I tell them, but you know what is luck? I mean, you know what actually is luck? Luck is when the preparation that you have meet the opportunities. But if you don't have a preparation, you have the opportunity, you will fail. If you have the opportunities and or if you have the preparation but you have no opportunities, you will not go anywhere. So I mean, when you are lucky, it's true. Someone, I don't know,
The universe.
the universe gave you an opportunity, but you have to be prepared for that. If you are not, you are going to fail. So I mean, we were ready for that. It was like when we released, for example, now I mean, I see the T-shirt now. Diggy diggy, oh, let's talk about. It's always a pleasure.
I love the shirt, by the way.
We always mention this song now with you, and when we were out with Nathan the first time with that song. I mean, it was already 10 years that we were playing and touring around and understanding, figuring out how that work, how that world was made, and it's made of people that few people that wants to help you, and 99% of people that want to take advantage of you, even bands, even promoters, everyone. So I mean, you have to grow up fast, or you will sink like this.
You digging your own hole, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
You start
exactly.
digging your own hole. Since you brought that song up, the impact of that song is undeniable, obviously.
Yeah.
Do you see that song becoming a little bit of a curse, or is always going to be something that it's going to be near and dear to your heart?
To be honest, it's not a curse. I mean, obviously, the people like that song, and many people come, on our social medias for that song. I mean, we draw a lot of people with that song. But the thing is that the people who still are fans is people that really enjoy our music. I mean, so they enjoy. I see them singing from the first song to the last one, and when we do Diggy All, obviously everything blows up in during the lives.
Especially with the remix.
Yeah, I mean, bro, I mean, it's crazy. But the thing is that it was a good ramp for for get new fans, new people all around the world. You have to find your Trojan horse, no? I mean, and we found one, luckily, and then boom, we entered the business. Okay, so now we have to show to the world what we are and what we are able to do, and we release Warfront. Boom, another album different from Winter Saga, and more serious and more, let's say, also.
I would say even bigger production on that.
Bigger production on that. I mean. And in the next one, I cannot talk about it, but in the next one it will be.
Do you? I know you can't talk about it, but I have to ask you anyways. Do you have a time frame? 2025? Will there be new Wind Rose by 2025? Is that fair?
I don't know. Maybe before. Who knows?
Maybe a little bit earlier. Okay.
Yes. Who knows? I cannot say anything about that.
Depending on how fast they dig another hole.
But
let's
I
see.
can tell that 2025 will be definitely the year of the dwarves.
Wow, that's
We will change the Chinese calendar.
the year of the dwarf. You heard it here. 2025 is going to be the year of the dwarfs. I expect you guys to continue to do big and better things. I mean, I hope that is not something that waits on you, but rather something that motivates you. Because I think fans now, honestly, always expect you guys to keep pushing the bar and increasing the level of production and what you do with each record and even each show. So, it could be a little bit of a weight that's putting on you, but at the same time, I think it's motivation considering your personality.
Yeah, I mean, for us, the support that they gave us in the past made us reach the goals that we reach now. And now all the people that I see, I mean, new fans, new faces, I see them proudly singing our song and or just attending to the shows, in a big numbers like tonight. I mean, Toronto last time we did like 300 people in
The
Garrison.
Garrison.
The Garrison now is already like 1,000, it's 900, 1,000, stuff like this. So I mean, it's a lot of people. It's like 3 times the people that we had last time, and we were just supporting.
Yeah, now you're
And
headlining, so that shows that
yeah,
that you guys bring the people, bring
so
the audience in.
yeah, that's the fuel. We are the machine. The people is the gas. No, I mean, and it's very important. We cannot. I mean, the two things coexist. It cannot exist just people listening to a project without a band, that with a real personality, and cannot exist a band with personality without people listening to it. I mean, so there are two things that goes in the on the same boat, let's say.
I don't. Last thing that I want to mention to you is that I don't know if you have ever heard us talk about this, but every time we do a video of a band on the channel, like a power metal band, we always mention that the bar for us is really you guys. You guys are one of the few bands that has that power metal sound that today not many other bands are able to do. Even old school bands have kind of lost a little bit of their way. You guys have this hybrid of classic heavy metal with power metal that seems to really resonate, at least resonates to me. There's not many that keep my interest these days because they all seem very contrived, forced, manufactured, if you will. But
Yeah.
when I listen to Windrose, I don't know, you guys
It's
are able to
Windrose.
bring some of my youth back. I feel like I'm like 12 again and discovering metal for the first time.
Yeah.
Do you realize that you have that effect on people, even old people like me?
No, it's we know it, but it's a joy, to when people tell me this, because I mean, the most important thing, in my opinion, nowadays, if you want to have a business now of any type, is to be unique. If you are not unique, you are one of the power metal bands, you are one of the, I don't know, thrash metal bands, and you will be lost in in the crowd. You will not get to the surface. If you want to get to the surface, from the big amount of bands that there are out there, you have to be unique. And I will spend more time on searching for your own vision. If I was a new band, I would spend more time searching for my unique key of success than spend time, for fancy videos or fancy. I mean, our first video we started by ourselves. I was buying the stuff on AliExpress and we were doing the video for real. I mean,
Wow.
So I mean, it's important to be unique and also bring on stage what you talk in the songs. This is important. You know what? I had a chat with Per from Sabaton. It's the mastermind of Sabaton, and he said, you know what? I like you guys because we were on the Sabaton cruise, and he said, I like you guys because you are like Sabaton. When we start song, Sabaton. When you start playing, Windrose. And you bring on stage what you talk in the songs. We go on stage and we bring war, we bring soldiers, we bring Sabatons. And then we go on stage and we bring the atmosphere of an actual, like a dwarf realm, or and also our costumes, are fit with the music. I mean, it's all important to create the climax for the people attending to the show to enjoy it, because otherwise will be like the old school bands that they were doing stuff like this. There are a lot of bands that wrote songs about the dwarves or about the elves or about I mean, and I love them, I grew up with them, but when you see them live, they have like just a black shirt and
Wearing jeans.
and you were like, I mean, the songs were spectacular, but you felt like you don't see.
Yeah, you don't have the visual side of things.
Yes, exactly. And nowadays it's important.
I think it's
because
more
the
important now
music-
than ever.
Yeah, the music now is a little bit. Music now, if you want to become someone in the music industry, is like 30%. Then you have I guess there is like 40% is your, or 50 is your image, how you, what you give more than the others. And then there is also other stuff. There is a financial aspect. There is also a lot of stuff. I mean, we work like I mean, we have a company, and we work like a company. Everyone is working in his let's
his
say
role.
in his role.
Yeah.
Someone think about the props, someone think about the stage, and also the crew, etc., and do the contracts. Someone is thinking about like an, I mean, working like an accountant to do all the bills, you know, all the invoices, all the stuff. Someone is composing 100%. Someone is, you know.
Yeah. It's a real business. It's a
Yes.
real business.
Yes.
And since it's a real business, that business needs customers. And that's you guys watching this video right now. These guys are on tour across North America. Most places are sold out. But I'm going to have in the description of the video all the tour dates. So check out the ones near you. If they're not sold out, buy a ticket right away. Because if they're not sold out today, they're probably going to get sold out tomorrow. So you don't want to sleep on it. Go see Windrose live. Go dig some holes. These guys are amazing. Buy some merch on your way out or on your way in. And I'll see you, Francesco, very soon again. I'm hoping. On a bigger venue, even on a bigger venue in Toronto.
Why not? Why not? It will be very cool. I mean, I guess next time there will be also an upgrade. Why not?
Yeah.
We
Every time you
aiming-
guys come back,
Yeah.
it's a bigger show, a bigger venue,
Yeah.
always upgrading.
That's the thing. I mean, we don't want to go back. Now that we are here, we want to go
Exactly.
to the stars.
That's the right attitude to have. So go check out these guys, and I'll see you all at the next one.